Welcome to Health Oddity, the show that strips away the jargon and hype surrounding all things health and fitness to help you live a long, strong and energetic life. Lining up at the bar this week, here's Peter Lant and James St. Pierre.
Hello and welcome to episode 272 of the Health Oddity podcast. We are joined by a returning guest today. And if you're listening on the day of release, it's the 14th of November. That is when we are going out today, the 14th of November. I'm just going to touch base with Peter Lant in Bath and check he's okay. How are you doing, Pete? You all right?
I'm very well. Thank you very much. You might recognise this guy.
Yes, if you are watching on YouTube,
this guy.
you will see all three of us are wearing. Yeah, there he is. Yeah, he's got the hoodie on.
He's there. Look.
Yeah, we've both got the t-shirts on for Live for Life, which we'll talk about in a second. So yeah, I'll just quickly say, 2 years ago, nearly 2 years ago, because this is episode 272. Last time we had Mark on was episode 174, so that was nearly 100 weeks ago, and that was kind of in the lead up to Christmas. No, actually, that episode actually went out on Boxing Day 2023. I've written down, and Mark was doing his event on the very next day. I think it was the 27th of December then as well. So we're rejoined anyway by Mr. Mark Tonner. How are you doing, Mark? You okay?
Oh, good. I'm just, like I said before, I'm just getting ready for the weekend now, getting prepped. So it's all good. Get my mindset right. You know what I mean?
Excellent. So Mark is, so Mark is a fitness professional. He's an injured veteran, but he's also a disabled strongman. And we first met Mark probably 3 years ago, I think. It would have been three.
Yeah. Yeah, about 3 years.
We've done 3 years of disabled strongman, Peter.
Yeah, but it only goes over 2 years because the first one we did 23, 24, 25.
Oh well, we met. Well,
that's how numbers work.
Okay, so just over 2 years ago, we met Mark in Chard in Somerset at the first Britain's Disabled Strongman that Pete and I were both involved in. And like I say, Mark has been on before, episode 174. So you just mentioned there, Mark, you're getting ready for this upcoming weekend as we record. What is happening this weekend as we record, just for the listeners?
So we're at the Fit Expo. It's the Disabled Champions. I'm not too sure if that's what they called it, but yeah, so we're at the Fit Expo this year again. And I'm just gonna smash anyone that comes in my way, and if they don't come in my way, then I'm just gonna put on a show. Do you know what I mean? Like I always do.
Is that at the Birmingham NEC? Is it?
Yeah,
it's part of the Fit Expo. Yeah, so a big strongman show going on there. And Mark, just I know you're a very modest chap, you know, but just for the listeners, what have you won over the years in terms of these events that you
quite a lot. I've been doing it 5 years.
Oh, you're about to say you're a very modest chap, and he's very broad as well because he was sat in front of his trophies, and he was shielding them with his broad shoulders, but he's got all his trophies behind him. Okay.
So I've won Britain's 5 times, I've won the world's 4 times, and I've won England's 3 times because they've only done 3, haven't they? So I just got to add another one to the list.
Excellent. So yeah, fantastic. And yeah, I mean, we've shared videos before and we've shared things before. I mean, some of the stuff that you do, obviously, I mean, things that just jump out for me. I mean, Pete will probably echo as well. The Atlas stones with the sling, incredible. The single arm, you know, lift, the single arm kind of overhead lifting that you do with like an axle, with dumbbells. Obviously the deadlift, which is what we're going to talk about today, with your. A lot of this stuff, like you say, the kind of the adapted and modified way that you lift. I mean, a lot of this stuff you pioneered, didn't you, in terms of
the only thing I didn't have any sort of design over was the ultra jam, which is what we use mostly. The attachments that I designed fit to that, but I am at the minute trying to design my own version of the ultra jam, which is because I have a lot of, because the way I see it, there's a lot of flaws with that, especially when you start lifting over 300 kilo. It slides off my shoulder. Do you know what I mean? So
I was going to
with
say, can
this
you just
new one,
explain to listeners what that is? I mean, I think I know what you mean, but
so the ultra jam, it basically it forms a loop over my bad shoulder. Forms a loop over my bad shoulder, comes around my body, and then it's whatever I attach to that side is like another arm. But like I said, the more the weight goes over it, over 300 kilo, the less it sort of stays on. And especially when it comes to the stones, you don't want that slipping off the shoulder, and especially when you're doing a deadlift, you don't want to be lodged on one side. So a lot of it, this new version I'm trying to put together now, it'll stop all that from happening. So hopefully it'll be ready for maybe next year's events. I don't think it'll be ready for this year.
But I think I saw, like, at the event that we were at just a few months ago at Brunel University in London, there was a few times where it was kind of slipping, and I think maybe Matt Diamond was, you know, or one of the other guys was putting it back into place in between reps or in between stones where it was kind of slipping. Yeah.
So when you see me lift, I'm like, you know, like before any sort of event, I'm quite happy, and I'm quite the mouthy one that keeps everybody smiling and laughing. But when it actually comes to me doing the event, I'm quite angry. I've noticed, and it is annoying. Beyond like, and I can see myself. I've seen myself walk off pretty angry before, and I'm like, did I actually look like that? That's not me. But you know, people can understand when you're trying to lift a weight, which most people can't lift with two hands, and then the only thing that's stopping you is a little bit of cloth on your shoulder which slides off. It's annoying. So this new version, this is gonna eradicate that problem from happening.
Yeah, I could see that, because like the year before you lifted, was it the 150 kilo stone or whatever?
Yeah.
Last one, you lifted that and it was like no problem. You put it on, you stuck your finger up at it and walked off, and it was great. But this year it was like you had it. It was just the strength was there. It was just the
only way you're describing it is imagine you the weight just drops one side.
Yeah.
So if that drops one side, like I've got to lift pretty straight, so I can't afford to be doing bad lifts or anything like that, because it just messes my back up. So it's literally, as soon as I feel that go, I'd rather put it down and then restart again than damage my back. Do you know what I mean? So
yeah,
it's just one of them. I've got to be careful when it does that, especially on a deadlift. Like the deadlift after the event wasn't that heavy. I should have just picked it up with one hand, to be fair. But it's not apart from. But it was more about just getting the reps and having a good laugh, isn't it? So
yeah.
I shouldn't be getting that angry.
Speaking about having a good laugh, you talk about when you get angry and that, and you're like, "That's not me." But you redeem yourself. Well, redeem yourself, whatever. When you lead everyone in arm in arm.
Oh, exactly.
That's brilliant.
I am the mouthy one, aren't I? So it's like, you know, if I'm quiet, there's something definitely wrong.
So what we're going to talk today, Mark, about is like I say, when we spoke to you a couple of years ago, nearly 2 years ago, Christmas 2023, you were doing this 24-hour deadlift challenge, and it was for suicide prevention, and it was called Lift for Life, and you were doing that kind of on your own in a gym for 24 hours. And like you said, and we can remind people, for people who haven't listened, about the kind of the way you approached it. But I know that when you started it, it was going to be, right, I'm going to do so many reps every 5 minutes for 24 hours.
If you've got a calculator, you can work this out. This is my goal for.
I've got my calculator. Yeah.
So I'm going to do 10 reps.
Yeah.
I'm going to do 12 sets an hour. And then
okay, so that's going to be so every 5 minutes.
I'm doing 160 kilo.
Yeah.
I'm doing 10 reps.
Yeah.
And I'm going to do 12 sets every hour.
So 12 times 10 times 24 equals 2,880 reps with 160 kilos. So you're going to be lifting 460,800 kilos.
Around that figure.
Around about 500,000
in the 25.
So
you're still going yeah. So you're going to do that this year again as well. You are going to do it all yourself. You're going to try and go for 24 hours. Yeah.
So basically, this year's a little bit different. I have made it a bit bigger than last year, and I made it bigger, and last year was bigger than the year before.
So what happened last year? Just give us an update on
So
how.
last year we had so the year that in 2023 we had Matt and all them do it. We hit over 1 million. This year I weren't too healthy mentally towards the end of the year, and I had to sort of step away from everything. So it wasn't as big last year. However, it was still big. We still hit just under 1 million. Whereas this year, I'll be surprised if we don't hit 4 million.
So is that 4 million kilos lifted
total
across all the events? Yeah.
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 And that's
Yeah.
just off the numbers and the people that have signed up to the event now. So this year is a little bit different. I have made it a competition. But this competition is not something you win. This is something you've got to dominate. You've got to dominate this 24 hours. You've got to literally be committed to the 24 hours. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean you have to lift like in the same volume as me. You just have to be dedicated and to dominate this 24 hours, because this 24 hours will test anyone. And that's where it comes into it. It's more about putting yourself in that mindset of, this is what it's for. This is what we're doing it for, and let's get it done. So the reason behind the Lift for Life is people walk around with so much weight on the shoulders that it turns them dark, and it makes them want to commit suicide or commit suicide. Whereas if I can stand there for 24 hours and lift God knows how many tons of kilo in that 24 hours, it's me taking a part of that weight. And it's just to let people know that, there are people out there, especially me. I don't care if I know you or I don't know you. If you want to talk to me, I will sit there and listen to you while you need to talk and get it out, because I believe regardless of whatever therapy, whatever you're doing, gain health and mental health, talking is always the best. Getting it out there, letting people know that you are struggling, and that will always stop. And so just by talking to someone. So the whole reason why I stand there and deadlift for 24 hours is just to prove to people that no matter what the weight you've got on your shoulders, it can always be lifted by anyone. And doing it as a community now, with a bigger part, with a lot more people doing it, we're not only going to show people that there are people about, it's more about as well, we will take that weight on as well with you. Do you know what I mean? So that's the whole reason for it. Now, because I've made it a competition, anybody can do this. I've changed the weight categories. So there's weight categories in there. So you can start at 50 kilo, you can start at 75, 100, 130, 160. So they're the 5 categories that I put in the individual. So I've also got to look after people's welfare as well. I don't want people doing 200 and put damage in the back and stuff like that. So I try to make it not easy, because this is far from easy, but I've tried to make it reasonably healthy for people to do.
So those weights again, Mark, you was 50 kilos, 75 kilos.
Yeah.
100, do you say 100?
100, 130, and then 160. So if you go into the 100 kilo category, you can only lift up to 100, so you can't lift heavier. So you can drop it to 90, to 80, to 50, whatever you want to drop it to, but you can't go above it. So that's the reason why I'm doing the 160s, because it's me. I've got to, you know what I mean?
You're the figurehead, aren't you? You're the you're the leader. You're the leader.
I'll be the one showing people how it's done, basically. And if you, by all means, come after me. If you want to lift more than me, try.
I mean, 160 kilos for a set of 10 every 5 minutes for 24 hours. Yeah, that is because but the way, because I remember the first time you went out, you said you went out, and I think what did you try and have on the bar the first time you did it?
So the very first lift I did, I tried starting with 200. I lasted about 2 hours. 2 hours. They nearly ringing an ambulance for me to come and get me. So the next time I did it, I played it smart. I lifted 100. That was easy. Could have done more. My legs were still knackered. Could have lifted a lot more, I felt. So then last year I did 150. Same again. Didn't really come down until the last 2-3 hours. So this year I thought, no, I'm going to do a little bit more. So a little bit of progression every year. I'm doing 160. I'm going to do 10 reps, 12 sets an hour, 24 hours, no sleep whatsoever.
That's bonkers.
Oh yeah, if you've not known me, you know me for a long time now. You're not
No,
thinking
I know,
normal.
I know, I get it, I get it. But it's just every time you like, you don't really think about it. Like 24 hours of deadlifts, all right, you know, a couple of sets and all that. But every 5 minutes is like,
Well, no, but that's the whole beauty of this. Like,
yeah,
if you're only like, if you're new to lifting and you want to take part in this, you can lift 50 kilo. You don't have to lift 10 reps, 12 sets an hour.
You
can
just
lift.
accumulate. You
That's your goal.
accumulate.
So if you want to
Yeah.
hit 5,000 kilo in that 24 hours, that's your goal.
yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? Whereas that's why I made it a competition, because I know there is going to be people that want to try and beat me. They can try. You know what I mean? But let's just make it that, because it's healthy competition, isn't it? It's healthy. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
at the end of the day, we get more kilo together. And at the end of the whole lift, like I said, I'll be surprised if we get less than 4 million.
Mm. And
Just
just
get more, we get more.
on the tech, on because I've signed up for this for Unique Results for the gym. I was just talking to you earlier. We've just signed up for this today. I know Iron Island I've seen as with Matt Kennedy
Yeah.
has signed up their gym. I know there's various people kind of, this is one of the reasons we wanted to talk to you and why this is going out on the kind of the 14th of November, because this event again this year is going to be on the 27th of December. So
Yeah.
it's the day after Boxing Day in England. And I don't celebrate Boxing Day in America, but it's the 27th of December. So people have got like 6 weeks probably from when this goes out to think, if you're listening to this and you run a gym in America, Canada, Australia, anywhere across Europe, and
Challenge
you
them.
want to
Say
get
my gym's
involved.
big. Say my
Yeah.
gym's stronger than your gym. Because the way, so there's 3 different sort of categories that you can go into. So the individual, which we spoke about with the 5 different kilos categories, and then the teams category. So the teams category, you can go in as a team of 5. You've still got to pick the weight category that you're in. That's why I was trying to get most people that doing the individual to be a part of a team, and then you're the strongest team at the end of the 24 hours. So all your weights will get accumulated, counted, put together, and that's what you get. And then the way I've worked the gym is if a gym signs up to this, any gym member that they have can come in, lift a deadlift for as many times as they like, and that'll be recorded. All lifts have to be recorded and sent into the what's called into the
Video.
stream, so
Yeah.
everybody can see it. That's going to be put on YouTube. It's also going to be put on other people's social medias. I've even got a host this year who's going to go around talking to most people that are on the streams. Now, there's a lot of rules that come into that, so when I'm going to put that out a little bit later on, probably towards the end of the month, where they're not allowed to have, if they're going to be on YouTube, they're not allowed to have music playing in the background, all that sort of stuff. But majority of the funds that are raising this year is one's going to go into the live stream, so it's all perfect. And then, as you can see on the website, we've got a Just Giving for Andy's Man Club, and then everything that is left that we've raised, that we've accumulated, at the end of it, I want to turn around to Andy's Man Club and say, we've also got this big check to hand to you. Do you know what I mean? So it's all 100% going towards Andy's Man Club this year. And if it doesn't go towards Andy's Man Club, it's to make this event bigger and better. And that is all it's for.
So, and is there a time that everyone's going to start on that?
So 11 o'clock.
11 a.m. on the
11
27th.
a.m.
Okay.
So the way me and the host, Nathan, he'll be on the day. The way me and the host are going to work it, about 10 to 11. Everybody should be on the stream by that point. At 1 minute to, I'll be taking a knee in front of the bar to do a 1 minute silence for everybody who's took their own life. And as soon as it hits 11 o'clock, I'm off, and I will keep doing that until the 24 hours is over.
That's fantastic. So because what I was planning to do to help raise a bit of extra money. So we obviously sign up as a gym, and then I was going to think about getting as many people as I could to sign up for like 30-minute slots throughout the 24 hours and to pay, to donate money.
However
you want to do it. Yeah.
It's either way it goes to the charity. So I'm happy.
Yeah.
I'm sure they will be. I'm actually speaking with Andy's Man Club. They're going to do some media next week, hopefully. So then we can get them doing exactly the same. And like I said, the more gyms we have involved, the more people we have involved, the more countries we have involved, this is only going to get bigger. Like, to be fair, I want this like the Iron Man of the strength games, to be fair. Like, I want this to be the ultimate endurance strength event of the year, which everybody goes to, which everybody wants to do. And, you know, you got to be a bit bonkers to do it in the first place.
Yeah, because that's my thinking was I wanted to get as many people involved as possible to sort of spread it as widely as possible and to be as kind of inclusive as possible. We just held a deadlift event at the weekend at my gym called Dawn of the Deadlift, and
Yeah,
Big
I've seen
John,
that.
yeah,
Good.
Big John Valgeir was there, you know, from Iceland. He came and judged, and it was good because we had people all different ages from 16 up to 75, you know, doing deadlifts and things. So I really want to try and get as many people as possible in that 24 hours to come in and do, maybe even for them, well, what can they lift in 30 minutes or an hour, put it all towards the total, and just keep it running though for 24 hours.
The only thing this year is I have put an age limit on it, which is 18.
18. Okay.
Yeah, I thought, you know, the last couple of years, I did it by myself and I didn't really care what happened to me. So now it's gone on like a competition level. I've had to really think about the health and safety side of it.
Yeah.
So it is still going to be an 18-inch lift. It's still going to be a weight of your category. And I had to put things like, so obviously in your gym, you're going to have somebody who's first aid trained. Make sure you got that covered. It's all little things that way I've tried to make it, you know, reasonably health and safety aware. So
so did you say it was going to be an 18-inch lift? Sorry, did you just say?
Sorry, yeah, it's going to be a 16-inch lift. It'll be
16-inch lift,
yeah,
but minimum 18 years of age. Okay, brilliant. That's great because I've got some big wagon wheels and stuff I can use. That's perfect. No, this is really great. And can you maybe, is there a reason that you do it around Christmas? I mean, I think I might know the answer, but is there a reason why you've chosen to do it around Christmas each year?
It's basically it's the time of year that I last tried to kill myself. And the way I see it, it's the time of year where you should be with all your friends and family and loving life. And if you're in a dark place over that time of year, the chances of you actually committing suicide are quite high just because of the time of year. Whereas that's why, you know, I will stand there and I will do what I need to do for 24 hours. I even like I saved 16 people messaged me last year saying thank you. One of them really touched me because he was literally about to, and then he come across what we were doing, and if the stream messed up last year, but what you don't see at the end of it is me crying like a little, you know, at the end of it because of it. Now I don't care if I save one person or 100. That one person is worth that 24 hours to me, whether I know them or not. That's what it's all about.
What's great about this is if that time of year, like you say, if someone's on their own or whatever, you should be around family and friends and all that sort of stuff. But if somebody is on their own, they could do this.
Yeah.
Like, and if you've spoke to people in that like, for me, it would be great if they then the next year they go, do you know what? That saved me. I'm going to go and get involved, like, and do the whole 24 hours or just an hour or whatever.
We do.
And then all of a sudden it builds a massive.
People that got in contact with me last year. They've been speaking to me and they've literally signed up yesterday to do it. So I'm over the moon.
That's amazing. Yeah,
that's fantastic.
Because then they're going to be with well, not friends, a bunch of nutters on round about Christmas doing this thing. So yeah, gives people purpose, right? Brilliant.
Exactly, and that's that's pretty much what this deadlift is to me. Even if you're not suicidal and you're really struggling mentally, come and do it. You might not like me the day after, or you know, for the next 3 days,
the week after.
Because of the amount of pain you're in, it's unreal.
You might get a different type of message then.
Yeah, exactly. Why did you do this to me? Well, there you go. It's one of them. It's got to be done.
Excellent. So you mentioned Andy's Man Club a couple of times in terms of going to be where the money goes this year to that. What is? I mean, I've heard of it before, but but what is Andy's Man Club, just for people who are listening? And is it something that is purely based in the UK, or is it kind of in other countries as well?
No, so Andy's Man Club is England's charity of choice. Canada have got their own, and Germany have got their own. Because I didn't see the point of Germany and Canada raising money for an English charity, so they've got their own. As long as the only parameters that I give them, it says it had to be a suicide prevention charity, or along them lines. And they picked their own. All their website, all their charities are on the website. But Andy's Man Club, like, I'm a big believer, like I always say, gym is what saved me. But I also have, if I go dark, I have people that will come and find me and find out what's going on. I have people that I can talk to, that I will openly talk to them if I'm in a bad way. And that's pretty much what Andy's Man Club does. It doesn't, obviously it will steer people into therapy if they need it. But the fundamental, like, goal is to get them talking. Get people talking, and that to me saves more lives than pills, than therapy. It does, and that's my opinion. People will argue with that opinion, but you know what? It's mine, and I'll own it because I know what works for me, and I know what works for other people that I know, and it is talking, and that's what Andy's Man Club does. They get a group of people together that aren't feeling that good, you know, and they make them talk to each other. They force the community. They force that healing of releasing it. Do you know what I mean? So that's why it was definitely a yes from me, to support Andy's Man Club this year.
No, this is fantastic. And like we say, if there's people listening in other countries, so far you've got kind of the UK, you've got Canada, you've got Germany already. If there's anyone listening in other countries, I know lots of people do listen certainly like in America and things like that, you know. If you're listening and you've got a gym and you want to get involved in this,
Let's do it.
I think,
Have a chat with me.
let's
That's it.
reach out to. We'll give Mark's details and things at the end, and we'll also give the website as well, so you can go on and just have a look. But yeah, let's try and spread this far and wide. This is great. So what tips would you have for people? So because I have to say, before coming on here, I was thinking, yeah, we'll do it, and it'll be like, you know, we'll do it, and it. But now, having you said that, I think, well, I've got to be there the whole 24 hours, and I've got to be sort of doing.
Well, you might as well sign up as an individual lifter then as well. You want to see. So if I'm going in the individual, I'm also going in as a team, and I'm also going in as a gym. Now the gym might not win, but the team will definitely win because you got me in it.
And you will definitely win the solo.
And you got to lift some heavy. You got to lift some weight more than me. To be fair, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So
that's where someone's going to go. I'm going to do 11 reps every 5 minutes.
Hey, if you want to try and last it, they can. But like I said, I've done this this has been my 4th year now.
Yeah. And like you say, they might do that for the first hour or two, but it's when it gets to 10, 15, 20 hours. So it's
the only way I would suggest people get ready for this, which my training starts for this after this weekend, because it's the next big thing for me. So basically, I'm not going to go and do 24 hours in a gym just to practice because I'll just wreck myself. But what I do is I'll walk into a gym and I'll do 10 sets of 10 deadlifts and then train what I was meant to do that day. And I'll do that 3 times a week. And that just basically shocks my system, gets my central nervous system firing, and that makes me prep for when I do 24 hours. See, regardless of how much prep you do for this event, the only thing that you got to have is a strong mind. That's it. Because you will get to the point where you cannot carry on, and you have to tell your body, like my motto, mind over body. My mind will tell my body what it's doing, not the other way around.
Is that the Navy SEALs thing or whatever? Who's it who says that? Like when your body's done, your mind's only 40% there or something like it's.
When my body's done, my mind's only like my body's only done 10%. My mind can carry on and on and on and on.
So what when you do these 10 sets of 10, what weight will you use?
I'll probably do a little bit heavier, so I'll probably do 200. So when it comes to the day, I'm not lifting 200, I'm lifting 160. But it makes you lift a little bit more with a bit more respect, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
But like me as a PT, I wouldn't tell people to go and rep out 10 tens of deadlift for no other reason than doing this, because there's a lot of danger doing a deadlift. So, but like I said, I've tried to make this as easy as possible without taking the difficulty away too much, if that makes
Yeah,
sense.
you've tried to make it. Yeah, you've tried to make it as inclusive as you can.
Yeah.
but
Like you can
still,
do this in a wheelchair, you can do this with one leg, you do this with one arm. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Do you know what I mean? So there's
Yeah.
no excuse. You can't give me an excuse. You can't. So
Yeah,
with me,
yeah.
you know what I mean? I don't have excuses. I have solutions. So
And
that's
like you
it.
say, if you choose a weight, so you choose if you're in the individuals, you choose the 50, the 75, the 100, the 130, the 160, and you can go down from that as you
You
get
can't
tired.
go over me.
You can't
Yeah.
go over it. Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
no, that's really that's interesting. That's really good.
That
And
gives people a lot, because I was thinking, like, when you were saying the weights, I was like, what happens if you pick 100, say? Because you just, like you did with 200 that time, you
Yeah.
pick 100 and then you do like 3 hours and you're like, shit, it's too heavy. But yeah, you can just drop down. So that's good.
Yeah.
You got wiggle room. So that's really good. That I like that.
The one of the lads last year, he tried to lift the same as me. He's a strong lifter though. He is a strong lifter. I would say he's about 20 to 30 kilo lighter than me in a PB, so he's a heavy lifter. But he lost it in his head, and when that happens, you come down. Like, to be fair, hour 23, I don't care who you are, that weight is super glued to the floor. You got to yank it off the first one, and it's so much harder the first one than all of them, and that's for everyone. So it's like getting used to that feeling, if that makes sense. But like I said, the only way you're going to get through this is having the mental strength to do it. So this is why I want this to be the ultimate strength endurance event. Like I've been challenging CrossFitters and High Rocks because I'm stronger than them. Not strong. High Rocks and bodybuilders. They're not stronger than me. You know what I mean? Come and prove it.
Yeah, this is it is fascinating, isn't it? It's really got my mind sort of thinking now. Yeah,
I think it's great because it fits with the mental side. So you're saying about, like, people are walking around carrying stuff on their shoulders all day long, some more than others, and it's obviously easier to carry that as a group than as an individual.
Exactly.
But if you are carrying it as an individual, it shows you that, like you've just said, hour 23, your central nervous system just doesn't want to pick that up.
No.
And it's the same with problems, isn't it? Your central nervous system just doesn't want to know anymore. It doesn't want you to do anything. And like, if you can just alleviate, take the strain off your central nervous system, then everything becomes lighter.
Yeah, and it's a perfect example. One of the lads, not last year, the year before, he did it with me. And he did it because his brother committed suicide. And I knew that he brought a picture of him with him. And it got to, I think, hour 16 where his body shut down. And I mean, it shut down. We had to stop. We had to make sure he was okay. And then I asked him if he wanted to carry on. And he said, yes, I do. But I don't think my body will let me. It's like, that means nothing. Okay, that means nothing. And I got the picture of his brother out and put it in front of him. I put it in front of his deadlift. And he got a whole new different sort of strength, and he got a whole new different breath, and he carried on and he smashed it. He absolutely smashed it. And that's the sort of strength you need.
Yeah.
That realization is of what you're here for, what you're doing it for, and let's stop it from happening again. You know what I mean? So he literally he went into like beast mode, and his body sort of followed his mind then, and that's all it is. It's like going on a run with a safety wagon behind you. If there's no safety wagon, you can't get on it.
This is what's fascinating, because it's the old thing of, like, whenever you're doing anything and you're like, oh, I'm tired, I can't be bothered, I can't do it. And someone's like, if someone come up and held a gun to your head and said, you've got to do it, or I'm going to shoot you in the head, you'd do it. And it's like, I mean, that's a bad example in this thing, but sorry.
No, but it's true.
It's one of those things, isn't it? And it's like, because your central nervous system, your brain doesn't know the difference.
No.
It just knows that there's jeopardy and that there's a purpose and you've got to do it. So I think that's brilliant. I think that's fascinating, because it's like, this is how people talk themselves either into things or out of things, isn't it? And it's
Exactly
like
that.
if you just trick, you don't even need to trick your brain. You just tell it. You
Yeah,
need to
and
do
that's
this.
why
and
I've always lived since I started adapting my life to me now. My mind will tell my body what it's doing, not the other way around.
yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So if I go dark, then I really need to take myself away and get back to who I was. And I've done that God knows how many times, to the point where nobody, no. See, this is the difference with me. Nobody now worries about me hating myself, regardless of how dark I get, because they know somehow I will get around it because of what I do and how I do it. So nobody really has to. People do worry. I'm not going to say they don't worry, but they don't have the fear of me going in the woods and not coming back. Do you know what I mean? So your mind is the greatest tool you've got. If you use it properly and you can manipulate your own mind into doing things, there's nothing on this planet that will stop you. Nothing.
That's brilliant. So that's that's practice, isn't it? Practice
Yeah.
of when this happens, I do this. When this
Yeah.
happens, I do this. And do you like, obviously you practice that when you're not in a dark place as well, because that's
discipline.
yes, because that's where people fall down, don't they? Well, I'm fine at the minute, so it's okay. It's like, yeah, but if something does happen, you need to have practiced it. Otherwise, you'll just go to your default state. Yeah. Yeah. That's amazing.
This is great. So for people to, I mean, yeah, I mean, and I know what some people will say, because I can feel it already. Like when I put it out there that, right, I want loads of people to try and get involved in this on the 27th of December. You get people, oh, well, it's Christmas. I've got things going on. I've got family. You know what I mean? And that's the reason where you're saying, yeah, you're lucky that you've got that family around you.
I sacrifice my time for bigger causes. I love being with my kids. I love being with my family. I love being with my girlfriend. I love being with them. But they know what this does for me, if that makes sense. So they're behind me 110%. They're you know what I mean? They know if I'm in a bad mood, I need to go to the gym. Simple. And I probably go to the gym 3 times a day. It depends on the mood I'm in. So it's how I keep my calm. It's how I fight for my peace. It's how I keep that horrible person I used to be at bay. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So it's people do tell me all the time, well, I can't do it. I'm with the family. I'm going this place. I'm going that place. You can still do it. All you need is a phone.
Yeah. And it is 24 hours. You know, that is the whole of that period. Yeah. Like you say, I mean, I've obviously, got a wife and kids and stuff, but I want to do it. I really do. I think this is such a big cause. And if we can help on the podcast, spread the message, get it out there, if we can help, on the day by taking part and being involved in it, then I think it's great. And I really hope, people decide to get involved. Either, and obviously the individual one is, very grueling, but it's for people who really want to challenge themselves massively. You've got the team of 5, and then you've got the gym as well that you can do. So Mark, I was looking earlier. So your Instagram now is The Lift for Life, isn't it? Yeah. So at The Lift for Life, all spelled out, and the website is liftforlife.uk.
Yeah.
So if people go to that website from anywhere in the world,
Yeah.
they can find you and reach out and try and get this set up. Yeah.
Yeah, or even if they get in contact with you, do you know where to send them?
Yeah.
So the reason why I'm trying to make this a bigger thing is because in the new year I will be making the Lift for Life a charity, and a part of that charity will help people find a physical outlet to help them. Like I've said previously, therapy for me doesn't work. What saved me was the gym. And I will argue that fact with any doctor, any psychiatrist. I've tried therapies, it didn't work. If anything, it made me worse. And I know therapy has helped people, and I know certain medication help people, but I refuse to go on any of that. I've got my way. I know it works for me. Yes, people and family members and my girlfriend said, yeah, but what you're doing is self-harm in a way because you train so hard. I just see that as a goal. That's all I see it as. So when it comes to me putting this as the Live for Life as a charity, I will be paying for people to be coached, mentored, and look after their health and well-being through physical sport, whether that is gym, CrossFit, high rocks, jiu-jitsu, anything that gets them off the couch, gets them out of that dark hole, puts them in someone where they can look after their mental health, the physical well-being, and just keep them healthy for as long as I possibly can. And that's what I tend to hopefully provide when this charity hits the ground running. I'm actually piloting a project where I'm taking people with mental health issues, not all suicidal, but mental health issues, and I'm going to be putting case studies together in regards to how their mental health improves over the period of working with me and my team.
No, this is fantastic. Really, really good. I mean, and it's yeah, to see the bigger picture behind it and the way, and we've just since we've known you, you know, these last this was a 2023. This will be the third year that you would have done it since we've known you.
Yeah,
I think you did it the year before though, did you? Did you do the first one in 2022 or was it
yeah,
2020?
the first one, 2022.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I was
So
by myself.
and that was just all on your own.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, so we've known you for the 2023, the 2024, and then this one, the 2025, and we've seen it kind of grow and the the vision for it grow and the reach for it grow. And like you say, this year is going to be the biggest one yet. So yeah, please do, guys. If you own a gym, if you've just got if you've got a garage gym, and you deadlift in your garage,
It can be done anywhere.
it can be do.
All
And
you
that,
will need is a
yeah,
phone and a charger and Wi-Fi. That's it. All you need to do is get yourself signed up to doing whatever event that you want to do, which is the individual team or gym. Stick your weights together, put a phone on, get in the live link,
yeah.
and deadlift away to your heart content.
And if you do, yeah, if you've got, I just thought, if you've got a garage gym just attached to your house and it's Christmas, just every 5 minutes, just pop out there, do a set, come back
Exactly.
into the family.
Go and have some
Exactly
eggnog,
that.
and then come back out again.
Yeah.
Well, I am trying. There's one of our friends is going to be in Australia. So he's definitely doing it. He hasn't got a choice. It doesn't matter. He's doing it.
This is absolutely brilliant. Thank you so much. I mean, that is great. So just as a reminder for people, the Lift for Life. So at the Lift for Life on Instagram. Go and give Mark a follow on there, and then you'll be seeing everything that he posts on there. And if you want to go on, find some information and sign up, go to liftforlife.uk. And even if you don't want to sign up, you can go on there. And I know there's a space there. You can just go on and donate. You can go on, you can buy t-shirt, hoodie, whatever to support, or you can just go on and don't. Yeah, there we go. We've all got the tops on. There you go. Yeah, you can just go on and donate some money towards it, even if you're not, even if you don't want to do it yourself, you can go on and support the event, which is going to be fantastic. Thank you so much, Mark, for joining us. I know you've been at work all day and you've kind of come home from work, and then you've just jumped on this with us, which we really appreciate you speaking to us.
No problem.
Yeah, and we will definitely be I'll be in touch, obviously, over the leading up to it, because I'll be organising it at the gym. So that'll be brilliant. That'll be really, really good. That's great, isn't it, Pete? So inspiring, don't you think?
It's perfect. I'm doing it. I put video ideas in a sheet, and one of them was if you want to walk fast, walk alone, and if you want to walk far, walk together. And this is basically that, isn't it?
Exactly that.
And I love the charity idea as well. I say the idea, it's not going to be an idea, it's going to be a charity. But the thing of like you help people, but it because like for me with therapy, it goes towards you as an individual. But with the thing you're doing, it's like you find a group of people who want what you want, and then
Exactly that.
yeah.
And then it's all about the community and the communication. You take one of them away, you're going to be in a dark place.
Yeah, I love that.
And it can work alongside other things. So, if someone is, having therapy, is on medication, this is, it's not saying they stop that and do this instead.
No, I would never tell
no,
anybody.
and I know you weren't saying that, but that's just what I wanted to clarify. It's kind of, it's giving another outlet, and it's giving another that we talk about it so much on the podcast that you know, and we talk about the kind of the power of connection, the power of community, and like you said, the Andy's Man Club, the power of being around other people. So if you are having therapy, if you are on medication, and you also get involved, because we all know that actually exercise is one of the best, and training, even if you do it on your own, is fantastic for kind of like for your health and your well-being.
It's not all about the physical outlet either. Some people, like I know a friend of mine, paints when he feels bad. So I'd gladly get him coaching in painting. It's not the coaching of just getting beasted in a gym. It's not about that what I'm doing. It's about finding that person's outlet. Once that outlet has been found, we can find whatever we need to help them get or go further in that skill. So I'll buy him, I'll get him coaching in painting, get him painting lessons. It's that sort of thing. It's still an outlet physically. Do you know what I mean? So it's not.
And it's
about,
almost like painting classes where you're in a group. You know, is great, because then often all these sort of things, you go to do a club or a group, and you end up, you know, stopping and having a coffee at the end and talking, don't you, and making friends and making connections. So yeah, it's fantastic. Brilliant. Thank you so much, Mark, for joining us. We will obviously be keeping a close eye on this. I'll be in communication with you, obviously, for running the event. But please do, guys, you know, reach out if you want to do this individually, as a team, if you want to do it as a gym. And there will be more gyms, I'm sure, in England and the UK signing up. So you can maybe find a gym that's hosting it nearby you, or somewhere that you might be able to reach out to and go and do some lifting at somewhere nearby you. Would be great. Brilliant. Thank you so much, Mark.
No problem. Thank you very much for having me.
Brilliant. Thank you, Pete.
Yeah.
Please do, guys, like, share, subscribe, leave a review. If you're watching or listening on a platform that allows you to do so, especially Apple Podcasts, leave us some reviews on there. Spotify, you can give us just a 5-star rating on Spotify. And if you don't follow us on YouTube, give us a subscribe on there as well. We will be back next week for episode 273. We will see you then. Thank you, Mark. I'm really looking forward to this now. The 27th of December. Lift for Life 2025.
Your legs won't.
Bosh. Right. See you next week. Bye-bye.
You've been listening to Health Odyssey with Peter Lant and James St. Pierre. To get your regular fix of hype-free health, you can subscribe and leave a review wherever you get your favorite podcasts. You can find out more on today's and other topics at healthodyssey.com, or find us on Facebook or Instagram by searching for Health Odyssey.